Ladies and gentlemen, hello and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, the delegation of National Assembly Delegation of the province, led by Ms. Hoàng Thị Thanh Thúy, Deputy Head of the Delegation of the National Assembly of the province, has just had the working session with the People Committee of the city on the application of information technology in the operation of state agency and the development of e-government.
The report of the City People's Committee said that in the past time, the city's People Committee has always spent a lot of resources to promote the application of information and technology, in which especially interested in investment, construction, digitization, information data source, in which the online public services at level 3, level 4, and online payment for all procedures with fees and charges are provided in non-fields on both levels, convenient for the people in the process of administrative transactions. The rate of the people using online public services at the city level is over 64%, and the world commune level is over 80%. Many new models, good practices have been implemented by the City People's Committee, such as the establishment of community digital technology teams with all communes to widely inform and propagate the guidelines of the parties and policies of the state and law of the state on the digital transformation to household and the people in hamlets and neighborhoods. And Ms. Hoàng Thị Thanh Thúy, Deputy Head of the National Assembly Delegation of the province, highly appreciated the results in information technology application that all levels and branches in the city have achieved. At the same time, it is suggested that the City People's Committee should review the city infrastructure and thereby make the adequate investment to continue promoting the application of information technology, continue to promote propaganda and guide the people to access information technology application for the people to know and use. At a brief session on the basic construction in the afternoon of August 16th of 2022, Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the People's Committee, directed localities investor units strictly grasp the implementation of the direction of the government, the Prime Minister, and the Provincial People's Committee in administration of capital construction, considering that the task of dispersing capital for capital construction is important. It must be completed from now to the end of the year. They then rank the fifth in the country in terms of public investment disbursement in the first 6 months of 2022. However, in the area, there are some localities where disbursement of capital is lower than the plan. The two lowest dispersed units are U Minh Châu District and Tây Ninh City. Some province units disperse less than 10%, and there are also 3 units dispersing for 0%. Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of Provincial People's Committee, criticized the units and localities and proposed with the goal of completing the plan in 2022, promoting disbursement of public investment capital. Head of departments, agencies, and the leader of the People's Committee of District, Town, and Tây Ninh City need to focus strongly. In the remaining 5 months, they must perform well the disbursement of capital for capital construction. Assigning the Department of Land and Investment to check the progress of some localities and report to the Provincial People's Committee the key projects with the low disbursement rate. The locality and units that have not yet built the grand diagram should urgently implement and complete this in August. That is the deadline. And for the recommendation of localities and departments, assign the Department of Land and Investment to synthesize the reports. Along with the good implementation of public investment disbursement in 2022, the Provincial People's Committee also requested localities, department, and agencies to best prepare for the 2023 estimate. Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of People's Committee of the province, emphasized that determining that the accelerating the disbursement of public investment capital is one of the key political tasks of 2022 is the sense of duty implementation in current situation in order to promote the economic growth and achieve the highest goals of socio-economic development in 2022, accelerating disbursement in parallel with ensuring the quality of works and efficiency of using a public investment capital.
TayNinhTV has just opened a training course on administrative reform knowledge for cadres, civil servants, and public employees carrying out administrative reform work of departments, agency, district, town, city, commune, wards, town, and Tây Ninh City in the province.
Attending the opening ceremony, there were Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, The expert presented 6 topics with practical contents in order to help the contingent of civil servants supplement, update, and improve their knowledge, professional qualification, and skills, and apply them to the actual work of the agencies units, improve the scores, and improve the ranking position of the BCI, PAPI, PAR index, and CPAR index of the Ninh province, and thereby contributing to the construction of the local political system and the socio-economic development. As the result of administrative reform implementation in the province, the PAPI index in 2021 skyrocketed from 51st to about 31st rank, and the BCI ranked for the 37th in the middle group. PAR index reached about 86.64 points, with a clear limitation, objective and subjective reasons when performing administrative reform tasks, affirming the role and capacity of core civil servants and public employees are important in implementing administrative reform. And recently, the survey team of the legal department of the People's Council of Tayninh City, led by Mr. Lê Thế Hiền, head of the legal department, had a survey for Hiệp Ninh Ward and Ward 3 on handling the land encroachment, occupation, allocated temporarily aside, and leased or land lands without authority. The survey shows that in Hiệp Ninh Ward there are current 9 public land locations with a total area of more than 6,900 square meters, in which there are 5 cases of public land being encroached or occupied not in accordance with the residential plan planning and returning to the local management with an area of 931 square meters. For the People's Committee of Ward 3, the total area of public land being managed by the locality is more than 38,000 square meters. The ward has considered granting land use right certificates to the people according to decision of the City People's Committee in 7 cases. Mr. Lê Thế Hiền, head of the legal department of City People's Council, suggested that the 2 units need to clearly state the cases and the area of each public land parcel that has been granted and not yet issued a certificate according to decision number 373 dated December the 30th of 2015 of the City People's Committee on handling of land encroachment, occupied, land allocated, temporary assigned, leased or land without authority.
Recently, the Study Promotion Association of the Ninh Province, in collaboration with the Goya District Study Promotion Association and the Goya District Youth Union, organized the awarding of scholarship nurturing the seeds of a dream to poor and studious students in Goya District.
Receiving this scholarship, there are 100 students from primary and secondary schools in Goya District. Each scholarship that they receive is worth with 1 million Việt Nam đồng. The entire scholarship awarding fund is 100 million Việt Nam đồng by Puli Vietnam Company Limited in Phước Đông Industrial Zone, Goya District. On this occasion, the Provincial Study Promotion Association awarded 2 scholarships worth for 3 million Việt Nam đồng to students with extremely difficult circumstances and supported 6 million Việt Nam đồng for teachers of the love class in Goya Town. For the total funding is about 12 million Việt Nam đồng, supported by the Provincial Study Promotion Association.
Ladies and gentlemen, in recent years, promoting the spirit event, a shining example, Mr. Livermore, a member of the Elderly Association of the Long Thành Hamlet, Long Chữ Commune, Bến Cầu District, has been at the forefront of the economic development movement, actively participate in local social activities.
Mr. Lý Văn Bột is one of the typical elderly people doing good economic work in the commune, a shining example for the children and grandchildren to study and follow. And this year, Mr. Lý Văn Bột, 76 years old, although at the age of the rest, his children are settled out, but he's still hard at work. In the past, when his family moved to Long Chữ Commune, faced many difficulties, realizing that this land has a favorable water for rice cultivation, his family harvested for 2 rice crops a year, and partly improving his life and his family also. And during that difficult time, he received the help of the local authority to provide loans for poverty reduction, so he not only cultivated crops but also raised livestock. The local authority found that our life was very difficult, so they also loaned them to work, and from which they could do 2 crops at the fields and the whole year round. So I also lived slowly while working on rice and raising pigs, experiencing many challenges, hardships, and somewhere I can see my positivity to work and developed. Living simply, getting along with neighbors, Mr. Bot actively participates in the local activities. Always enthusiastically help the elderly members, encourage everyone to participate in production labor together to push away poverty and build wealth to build their homeland. I joined the Elderly Association when I was a village head. I participated in mass mobilization work, participated in front work, and participated in the social work. And regularly, I care for the elderly. But the elderly is also hard right now. It's hard for everyone, and so I mobilized this place. I put it in for the elderly to take care of the elderly better and better. Mr. Bott were also in charge of the elderly in the past, so in terms of locality, Mr. Bott contributed a lot to the elderly locality through the several stages. And besides, Mr. Bott also participates in campaigning and helping the poor in the locality. In terms of family, Mr. Bott is also a role model, is raising the children. He has been raised his children with very gentle. And despite his age, Mr. Bott is still continue to work in the production, develop the economy, and contribute to the society and the locality. And he also got the love and respect by many elderly members and the people in the locality.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today's TTV news. Thank you for watching and see you next time.